Here at the Smith Center after the Duke and Carolina game, Duke winning 82 to 69 right here over Carolina. They complete the season sweep, and also that means that the Duke Blue Devils are the outright ACC regular season champions. This one was a roller coaster of the game, going back and forth, back and forth. Duke started off the game, and it really looked like the first game at Cameron, where Duke goes up by 15. It was some early turnovers from Elliot Cadeau. Once Elliot Cadeau got out the game, it was almost kind of like Carolina kind of steadied up a little bit. And then in the last half of that second half, Carolina's defense really picked it up. They turned Duke over a bunch of times, and then all of a sudden they went on their run, and they came into the half only down by 1, 42 to 41, which was very interesting. Second half, of course, they continued that run, and they held Duke scoreless in the last, 4:47 of that first half. And then they kind of just continued to go up there. Carolina went up by 7 in the second half. It looked like they were really about to go further. RJ Davis then all of a sudden goes to the bench, and we found out later in the locker room that he was suffering with some cramping issues on the bench. And so that seemed to be when all the wind left the sails of the Tar Heels right there. Cooper Flagg had 3 fouls in the first half. That was a big part of the first half story. And then in the second half, he played smarter. Didn't commit a foul, and just all of a sudden started finding people open, started scoring himself, scored 10 of his 15 in the second half. And Duke ends the game in the last 11 minutes and 47 seconds on a 23-10 run to get out there and win the game. And it also helps when your backup center, Malik Brown, who's only hit 2 3-pointers this entire year, hits 2 3-pointers in the second half that helped Duke pull away from North Carolina. Another big thing, too, is Caleb Foster was the only player on the Duke roster who did not play versus Wake Forest. Everybody else, even all the bench players and the guys who are not under contract, they're probably not under contract, but the guys who are not under scholarship came in that game, and Caleb Foster just did not. This game he came in, got a big bucket, also helped take care of the ball. Duke stopped turning the ball over with the ball in his hands, and then he helped lead the offense. So this was a big second half for Duke. Good test for them already in March. Now Carolina has to try to win 4 games in 4 days to solidify their spot in the NCAA tournament. We'll have to see what the committee thinks about them to start off. But really interesting game here at this Dean Smith Center. And now Duke wins. They finished the regular season 19-1, the most wins all time in a regular season for the ACC. Of course, this is the first year that there's 20 ACC games. So join us online, WRAL Sports Fan.com. We have much more coverage of this game coming up. We'll see you there.